Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is the Gadsden Rose, and today I'm going to give a quick overview of all of my pens that I have purchased over the past 2 years, my thought processes on them, why I purchased them, why I thought they would be great, and how they have turned out. So first I'm going to start with the 200 count Arteza knockoff pens. So these pens, some of them are Arteza, some of them are not. Anyway, so the Arteza pens don't really write as well as the knockoffs, as crazy as that may sound. Like, I bought the 200 pens for like $19.99, and they were like perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely perfect. They write well, everything. But the Arteza, I was like, okay, well, if these write well, then, the Arteza, they've got to be. No, not at all. So the Arteza, either they railroad or they just don't have enough saturation in the way that I like. So these were a fail, and the reason these are in the bag because I'm actually going to be giving these away to some of my pen pals. And as you can see, I have my pens separated out by color. So I have the Sharpie, there we go, Sharpie Ultra Fine. And these write so well. So I have these. I have the Papermate Inkjoy. I don't know what that is on there. And, okay, so these write really well. I purchased these as an impulse buy because I saw so many other people had them. And I'm actually regretting it. I don't really care for these pens. I don't like them. And crazy enough, I purchased this Gel B pen from the Dollar General. And I have no idea what that is on my thumb. And the pen actually writes well. It doesn't write very clearly, or it's not very pigmented on black paper, but it still writes well. I have my ink R2. I love these pens because, first and foremost, I can get them at the Dollar Tree. And why will it not show up? There we go. I can get them at the Dollar Tree. And I've actually had this pen for over a year. I've had this pen for over a year, and they write super duper well. The other pen that I have, and the color has rubbed off, but I have these pens as well. And if I remember correctly, I got these from Dollar General. So you don't have to spend like $4 and $5 or dollars per pen to get a good pen. I also have even though it says fine point, sometimes it is. Anyway, so those were some of my green. In fact, let me show you all of my green. I have, let's see. So I have the Papermate Flare Medium. I have this pen, which is also a Papermate Inkjoy, that I absolutely love. Is it gonna focus? There we go. Friction pens. Okay, so I have this Pilot friction pen, right? And I purchased a bunch of friction pens off of Amazon during the craze. Let me tell you the most disappointing thing about these pens. Some of them do not write well. And when I mean by do not write well, I mean they railroad when you write, no matter which angle you hold them at, no matter how lightly you try to write with them, they do not write well. And it is so disappointing. So also out of that flare, I forgot, I have this one here. So I got these out of the pack, and I absolutely, I love them. All right, and then here are some of the Arteza knockoffs I was telling you about. And as you can see, the one in the front is barely anything left because I absolutely love these pens. I love them. I write with them like really frequently, especially when I have to do my pen pals. So these pens right here, I use, again, like I just said, when I have to write to my pen pals, and I have themes. Oh, look. Okay. So I bought this pen, and I bought it on Amazon about a year ago. No, we're in August. So I bought it in January. These pens write so well and so fine. In fact, if you go back, you'll see I actually did a match test for them, a swatch for them. They're absolutely divine. All right, so are those all of my green pens? I do believe those are all of my green pens. Okay, so now we are going to go over orange. Okay, so I have the orange friction pens, and again, there we go. I have the orange friction pens. I use them when I write my notes. So when I'm annotating my books, orange normally denotes like a book reference, and I will either write something in orange or I'll highlight or underline it in orange. Now, I want to say something about these pens. This permanent marker I got from the Dollar Tree. The saturation on this thing is phenomenal. It's like crazy. It works so well. I absolutely adore it. Where am I? All right, so I don't have much more orange. Actually, so I got this from the Dollar Tree. And again, great saturation, works well. I have some peach from Dollar General. Again, Arteza and Arteza knockoffs that more than likely I'm probably going to give away because I don't really do the coloring, adult coloring pages, and that's mainly what these are for. And this, oh, this is strawberry. So this should have actually been in the pinks, but that's okay. It is a scented pen. Okay, so that is all for my, that is all for my orange. Next is yellow. Take that out of there. Yellow and gold. Okay. Oh, looks like I got silver in here too. So these are actually ink from Dollar General. And this one came in a gold, red, and green set. I gave the green away to someone. I'm finding that more and more I'm giving my stuff away to people. I love, and I do mean I love stationery. I love pens, but I've gotten to the point where I have just too many, and I don't want these things to start drying out on me before I have a chance to use them. I mean, that would be the epitome of wastefulness. I didn't remember I had this brown one. Okay, take that out. So again, Dollar Tree find. And this one's actually a pen mark. And I used up the brown, there we go, the brown and the black of the pen marks because they work so, so well. Speaking of brown, since I keep pulling them out, brown pen mark, in fact, so you can see the tip. There we go. And then this is, oh, Stabilo 0.88. And I actually did a pen swatching on most, if not all, my pens a long time ago. Actually, in fact, as I purchased them, I did the pen swatches. Did I show you the purple yet? Because I know I pulled it out. Probably didn't. Purple is my absolute favorite color. Absolute favorite. And I've got a bunch of these. I've got, in fact, hold on. Okay, I had to readjust the angle. Okay, so I'm not going to show you every single tip of these. However, I'm going to show you. So I have the Sharpie in various colors. And again, Arteza. And okay, so again with the Arteza, these were very hit and miss. And the reason why I'm disappointed, oh, just so you know, these are staples, but I got these things super like dirt cheap. I don't even think I paid more than $2 to get purple, orange, yellow, green, and pink. But these are absolutely wonderful as well. In fact, I use these more than anything. They're very saturated, so don't use these on thin paper whatsoever because it will bleed through. And as you can see, another Dollar General find. But anyway, yeah, so I was so disappointed with these pens from Arteza because I've watched so many people like Ray of the Revolution, Echo, Drawing with Waffles. I've watched all of them and all of them seem to like them, right? So I went ahead and purchased some. It was a pack of 64, I think. Was not very happy. Not very happy at all. I did a swatch test back in January, I believe. So you can go and take a look at that on my channel. Go back and take a look. Not good. I did not like it at all. Now this one, I have to say, I got from the Dollar Tree. And, come on. I absolutely adore this pen. I adore all of these pens. People sleep on the Dollar Tree, but they actually have some really nice stuff. So this is a metallic one, and it's not very... I still haven't found the medium, which this will show up very nicely on. So I'm still working on that one. Of course, my permanent Dollar Tree marker. And then, of course, I have my pen mark, which I absolutely love. And again, from ink. And again, you can get a lot of ink products from the Dollar Tree. I've had this pen, I have to say, at least 4 years. And this writes so well. I'm so flipping in love with it. All right, so... all right, so these are most of my purples, and I've got a few more before we move over to the blue. All right, so I had already told you, I showed you the green one. These things write so well. And in the pack, you got two. You got two of each color, which I absolutely love. I also got this amethyst. I think it's a Le Pen. Is this a Le Pen? Yep. And I actually purchased this one from, what do you call that place? Books A Million. And the Le Pen works so well. It writes so nice. Again, I don't do a lot of bullet journaling, as in like planner bullet journaling. I do a lot of book journaling and movie journaling. And I absolutely love using my pens. And this one is another Le Pen. Beautiful. I absolutely love these. And then again, I have, now I would have to say this particular friction pen is very saturated. It does not railroad, which actually shocked the crap out of me. And yes, just so you know, I'm filming on my floor because I am going to be rearranging a lot of my stationery area. And then this one, I want to say, is it an ink pen? I don't remember where I got this from. I can't remember if it was Dollar General or the Dollar Tree. But anyway, so this is my purple. And then, of course, the darker friction. Gotta love it. Okay, so I paused so I could grab some more of my purple pens. So again, my ink. Uh-oh. This one's a little juicy. I do store my pens down like this most of the time, so some of them probably going to be a little juicy. Sorry about that, folks. Again, more Arteza knockoffs. Now, this right here, I got from the Dollar Tree. And this writes so, so well. So again, you know, like you can get a lot of these ink pens. And when I say ink, I'm meaning INC pens from the Dollar Tree. And they write so well. This is another Paper Mate Ink Joy. And these last. I would have to say if you wrote a pen pal letter every day, at least 3 letters, no less than 2 pages, front and back 2 pages, you would have this pen last you at least 6 months. I don't know where I got this one from either, but darn it if it isn't, it does write so well, because I have had a green one like this, and I used it up. Pardon me. Okay, this is one of my favorite recyclable pens. And I love it. I think I go to Office Depot to get these. I can't remember. I think Staples carries them as well. This pen right here, one of my pen pals out in Texas, she and I talk about this pen all the time and how much we love our SVT. Again, Dollar General, Arteza knockoff. All right, so I'm going to end this portion of the video right here because I have a bunch of blues, reds, and I think more brown and black to show you. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and end it right here. So stay tuned for part 2.